Adolescence begins nowadays at around age 10, and it goes through age 25 because the brain is still developing up to age 25. So there's an important work that's going on in adolescence, because what children are doing in adolescence is really creatively forming their own identity and their own sense of purpose and mission in life. And they're doing that by the process, mostly the process of social comparison. Am I like you? Do I want to be like you? Am I like that person more? Am I like my father? Am I like my mother? Am I like my sister and my brother? Who do I want to be? Who am I? What am I naturally like? Am I walking right? Am I wearing the right clothes? Do I look weird? When I smile, does it look creepy? Who am I? All these questions are constantly going on from age 10 to 25 as people are forming an identity of who they are, what they identify with, and who they want to be, and what their life purpose is. Bill Damon has studied that in a beautiful way in his discussion of identity and life purpose. Well, social media affects that thing, that social comparison process, and it can be a force for good. As the Surgeon General has recently pointed out, it can help you find people who are like you. If you're unique, if you're gay and you find people just like you, or if you are mathematically inclined, as I was, you're interested in physics and mathematics and biology and chemistry, and you're a little weird and you're nerdy, well, you can find other people who are actually like you and really think the periodic table is beautiful. Not just clothing is beautiful. And you can find people who are like you, and social comparison can go, wow, I'm not weird. The things I really like and value, there are other people who like that too. Yeah, I'm not so weird. I want to play video games, and there's people all around the world who do this kind of thing. Cool. And I can talk to them. I can find out who they are. And there are people like me who are grown up and have jobs doing what I like to do naturally. This social comparison process is a very powerful and active process. It has a dark side. It has a destructive side. And that's what the Surgeon General has pointed out, that on a lot of social media sites, what kids are getting is a fairly constant dosage, not of acceptance, but of rejection, of criticism and abuse, negative comparisons, telling people they're not good enough, they're ugly, they're weird, they're unacceptable, they're disgusting, they need to be hurt and rejected. And that constant barrage of these negative social comparisons can really lead to very destructive things. And that's becoming an epidemic. It's causing depression, it's causing anxiety, it's even causing suicide in a lot of teens. And the Surgeon General is right in saying that the social comparison process and social media can either be a force for good or a tremendous force for evil. The epidemiology currently suggests that most social media is acting as a force for harm. It's really hurting kids. It's making girls think that their bodies are ugly and unacceptable. It's leading to eating disorders. It's leading to horrible consequences, self-harm, in some cases suicide. It's affecting girls very powerfully. It's also affecting boys. And we have to take responsibility. I think that's what the Surgeon General is telling us. Social media platforms can use artificial intelligence to weed out these harmful, negative social comparisons. Just get rid of them, make them unacceptable so they're not there. And have social media be a force for good, a cheering section for kids' uniqueness, a cheering section for their interests and proclivities and preferences, wants and desires and dreams and hopes and fantasies, what they're searching for. And parents have a responsibility to set up social media free times and zones for kids So they're not constantly affected by this barrage. Social comparison can be a force for good, for kids learning who they are and finding their purpose and meaning in life. But we have a lot of work to do, and we need to take responsibility and do something about it to protect our children.